watching CIOTV by Enterprise IT World, a production of Accent Infomedia.
Ladies and gentlemen, please join me to welcome Mr. Jayakumar Mohanachandran, President CIO. Join me to welcome, ladies and gentlemen, Association UAE. Thank you very much, Mr. Jayakumar, for being here and gracing this evening.
Thank you so much. Good evening, everyone. How are you all doing today? Great. It's so nice to see a full house on the second day of Jitex. How many of you have been to Jitex today? Wow, quite a lot. Been a lot of walking, a lot of steps counted, and good to see all of you coming over here after a busy day. So we will not take much time. My role is actually, we are a community partner. CIO Association is a community partner to this, esteemed evening. And I just wanted to take a few minutes to introduce what we do. And, as a community, what we do, for our fellow members, many of them are present over here. So that's the whole idea. Will not take much time. So wanted to discuss, few topics before we actually jump into the CIO Association and why we exist. So we are in a very, very disruptive environment, is it? How many of you agree on to that? Okay. So AI has been disruptive. Many technologies came in the past. Now we are talking about AI. And we are living in a very, very disruptive environment. So as tech leaders, it is equally important for us to understand, how can we lead through this disruption? And that's what I wanted to take 2 or 3 minutes of yours to talk about that, and what's the role which we as leaders should be playing, in the coming years to come. So let me just take a moment to talk about that. Fundamentally, the challenge right now is there is a lot of uncertainty within the business, within the organizations. So how to lead in terms of that uncertainty is the most important thing what a tech leader should possess. We talk about disruption from AI, be it digital transformation, be it cloudification, be it any of those technology trends that's coming in. End of the day, we have to lead within this uncertainty. And this is something which is not going to end. It will continue, as we know that technology is always changing. So we will continue to lead within uncertainty. Balancing the innovation with stability. I believe this is the most important thing for any of the tech leaders. How many of you agree to this? Balancing the innovation with stability. Because nowadays, the board members and all the other departments within our organizations knows much more than us. Is it? They know a lot more than us. Because of the proliferation of a lot of technologies, lot of available sources, they know a lot more than the tech leaders, which means innovation has to be at the heart of every tech leader. And it needs to be done with stability. The cost is something which is a serious concern for many of the organizations. So you need to balance that and make sure that you are able to kind of innovate within your organizations. And the last one is in terms of rising the expectations. There is a lot of expectations for you to be more agile, to be more innovative, and at the same time to bring in a lot of changes within your organization with balancing act. And that is something which, as tech leaders, we are all bound to do. And this is a radical shift that's happening within the tech leadership. So from technical expert to a strategic leader, we all have moved out of that space, managing the infrastructure, managing the day-to-day operations. We have got the board seats right now. We have got post-COVID, everyone knows that. We've got a lot of visibility, a lot of information, and at the same time, people are listening to us, what we are saying. So we are moving into the strategic leadership, and the leadership is moving beyond technology. So we just heard, when Sanjay was talking, we just heard a lot of CIOs are becoming CEOs. And I know that, within our community here, there are a few who has already got into that level. And it is something which is going to happen. It will continue. It will continue to rise in the coming months and years. So which means leadership is beyond technology. And what are those key leadership traits? So if you look at the key leadership traits that sets us, each one of us, apart for the coming years would be from managing to innovating. So we just spoke about it. More than managing, it's all about how quickly you can innovate, how much you can innovate within your organization. And the next one, data-driven decisions. Again, equally important with the disruptive environment what we are in. With AI itself being there is a lot of data. We are talking about a lot of data within our organizations. How can we enable more data-driven decisions within your organization? The C-suite or the management teams wants much more data points at their fingertips. So this will be one of the key success criteria for any of the tech leader. And the last one is collaboration over control. And what it means is, earlier were those days where we used to say that I'm a CIO, I take ownership of 100 people, 150 people spread across different countries. But now it's all about collaboration. The more you are able to kind of build the collaboration within your organization, be it with different business units, be it with different stakeholders, you will be seen as a successful leader. So that's the key leadership traits which is going to be very, very critical for any leader to come. And if you talk about the leadership qualities for the future, I wanted to call this, I saw this term as an adaptive CIO, and I found it very interesting, so I thought I will share it here. It's that world where we are talking about adaptability. When we wanted to kind of lead through disruption, the first and foremost thing what we need to have is adaptability. So that leads to agility. I mean, you should have the capability and you should be able to maintain agility within your operations, within your environment. And the second one is growth orientation. It is, again, very, very important because there is a lot of changes that's been coming in within the technology world. Continuous learning, needless to say. If we don't learn, our kids, we know that our kids knows much better than us these days. And it's very, very important that if all of us as tech leaders in our organizations, when we go through the hiring process, we know the Gen Z who is coming on board knows much, much higher than all of us. They know certain things in a much better manner. So that's very important for us to be a continuous learner. And the last one is empathy. I believe this is the most underrated skill these days. But if you are going to be a leader, forget about a CIO. If you are going to be a leader for the future, then I believe this is the most important skill that you need to carry. So with that keeping in mind, I just wanted to kind of take a quote of Satya Nadella before we double click on what CIO Association does. The future belongs to those who embrace change, innovate, and lead with purpose. And based on this, I wanted to introduce CIO Association. And what we do within CIO Association, it's a non-profit organization. It has been there for the last 16 years. It was established in India in 2008 with a group of 30 plus members, which has now grown all across India. And also now we have 2 international chapters as we speak in Dubai and also in Bangladesh. And more to come, the other international chapters within the Middle East and also a few other international chapters are being conceptualized. The work is going on and it will come very soon. And currently we have about 2,200 plus members globally, and that's the strength of the association. It's associated with multiple government bodies and organizations within the industry. And that's a split of the kind of people what we have from different industries within the community. You can see automotive, BFSI, and many other industries, have a lot of CIOs from these industries within our community. And that's the governing body. Most of them are based out of India. More relevant is the Dubai team over here. Few of us are here, the management committee team. and we represent the fellow community members. And every 2 years we change the management committee. And what we do is we do a lot of events specifically for the fellow members and for the community. And when we talk about events, we try to curate events. We talked about collaboration over control. We try to curate events where people or our members get an opportunity to collaborate with each other and learn from each other. And that's what we try to do. And in the last year, we did quite a lot of events. This year, in 2024, till date, and a few more events are planned before we end the year. So we did IFTAs, we did Global CIO Summit, we do anniversary events, we do cybersecurity workshops. We talked about cyber resilience. We just heard from the previous speaker talking about cyber resilience. We do cybersecurity workshops. We did a workshop on AI, just a few months back. We did a workshop on AI. So we do a lot of these events. There are learning, there is fun, there is networking, there is a lot of collaboration that happens within the community. And as I mentioned, it's a non-profit organization. And if anybody is interested to be a part of it, please do sign up. These are the partners which work with us globally. And we have a lot of partners who are associated with us on a longer term. And we do events together. We do tailor-made events for them. And we also do events which are large scale where these partners are associated with us. And that's it from my side. If you want to know more about CIO Club, please do browse cioclub.com and do sign up. And we'll be happy to assist you and answer any questions that you may have. So let's make sure that we all transform ourselves as an adaptive CIO, as an adaptive tech leader going forward. Thank you, gentlemen.